it's almost content. It's almost like settling.
Yeah.
Like it's like
surviving.
Yeah, it's just
thriving.
Right. It's like much like, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I can leave it or take it type mentality. And like, is that how you want to live your life? All of us are not going to have this whirlwind romance. It's just not everyday life, some Disney fairy tale.
Right.
You know, Disney told us a dream that is not reality. But you have to make a choice when you're deciding to date somebody, whether it be dating them for now just to see, so you can figure out what you like and what you don't like with dating, or if you're dating with very intentionally with marriage in mind, like I'm only dating somebody who we're going to lead to marriage with.
Right.
Like you have to decide what you want, despite what other people are saying to you. And if this person is the person you want to be with the rest of your life. Because I mean, you got to wake up to them, not me.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of the Sisterhood Debrief, where we discuss all things
sisterly,
godly,
and ratchet.
Okay, girl.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
It is another episode, another week of TSD. And I'm excited because we're talking about something real interesting that ain't got nothing to do with my life no more.
Nothing to do with her life.
But I'm excited because I feel like this is always a thing every year. So
yes, until my husband comes.
Yes. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for the entire video for all the shenanigans.
All this, because today it's probably gonna be way more ratchet than not. Last week was really mild. We were mild.
We
were very mild.
Professional.
We gave you very sisterly and godly. Okay.
But today though. Okay,
you're very much so going to see the ratchet side of TSD.
So get ready.
All right, y'all ready? So how you doing, sis? Before we get into this,
I'm good. I am really good. Pregnancy is treating me well. Y'all gonna hear about pregnancy every week because that's all that's happening in my life outside of work. Okay, pregnancy is treating me really well.
Okay, that's good.
We are almost in third trimester.
Yeah.
So
the end is near.
I'm gonna miss being pregnant. I think
I miss being pregnant. I miss being pregnant.
You're maybe
I like
being people who I've heard say that.
I like being pregnant. It wasn't that bad for me.
It wasn't. I mean, it's been fine so far.
And people are so nice to you when you're pregnant.
Yes, girl.
People are nice.
No. You can have this. Oh no.
Do you want the last house? Oh, come on. I'm holding the door for you. Don't have to walk fast. Don't have to do nothing. Oh, I get that for you. Don't worry about it.
Everything is about baby. Take care of that baby. Feed that baby. You can eat during the whole PD. So I am enjoying it. I said I wasn't gonna take advantage of folks, and I haven't, but people are genuinely generous with everything that they are giving, saying, and I'm just like, shoot, the further I get along, the less I'm about to have to do. Trust and believe.
Yes, people are so nice when you're pregnant.
Yeah,
so
I'm enjoying it. So I've been good. How have you been?
I've been really good, actually. I can't complain. Life is pretty good over here. You know, God's doing some things in my life.
Come on, Jesus.
So I can't complain. What the old folks say? I feel like the old folks have a saying for
I don't know. All I can think of is the I Want Complain song that my daddy used to sing.
I feel like it's a saying.
I had some good days.
I can't think of it right.
But that's good. Can't complain.
No.
So, would you rather him?
Yes. Y'all ready for a would you rather? Y'all got to participate, y'all. So make sure you're commenting on what you would do or which one you would rather do or have.
I just wonder if this is one we're going to disagree on today. I feel like we agree on all of them all the time.
No, we didn't agree about the speaking or reading.
Oh, yeah, because
my child can read for me. So this week, though, this is kind of tough. I'm going to warn y'all. Would you rather continue working the job you have now for the next year with double the pay, or take a year off making the same pay you make now, but you ain't working? Which one? So keep your job, make double your salary.
So I still gotta get up,
gotta go to work.
Early morning hours,
gotta go to work
and work with the lovely children.
You gotta work
for another year, double the
but double the pay.
Double the pay would be nice.
Double the pay.
Double the pay should just be the thing, because the type of work that I do, like,
teachers do need to get paid more. There needs to be a t-shirt. Y'all need to make that go viral.
What?
Increase teacher pay.
Child, we tried. We strike. We command. We do all the things. Ain't nobody paying us more.
I know.
I'm gonna have to take the same pay and not work, because no, I legitimately thought I would take the double pay, because I low key, I'm not like all in my job every day.
Right.
But I do like some aspects of my job. I love the people that I work with. I'm like, I can do that for a year for double. Yeah. But if I can get paid to sit at home and do nothing,
or do something else to make more money,
or do something else and also making additional money,
like I can double my salary.
Come on, BHJ and Co, take off.
Right.
Absolutely would probably take the year and just get paid what I'm currently being paid and work on. Yeah. And I'm in grad school too. Shoot, make up my hours so I can finish grad school.
Yeah.
I would take the year off.
I would take the year off too. I already knew. As soon as I read it, I already knew.
That sounds nice though.
I'll
take 6 figures.
For at this point in my life, I was just telling my therapist, I feel like I'm trading peace of mind for money, going to work. So if I can get the same amount of money and be off, don't have to do that job, do what makes me happy, what I love, what really energizes me. Yeah. And make money doing that too. And I have more time doing it, because it would be nice to do it during the day instead of waiting till late at night.
Yeah, go to bed at a decent hour.
Yeah, go to bed, not have to wake up with an alarm, because like my body normally like wakes up naturally, fairly early. But it'd be nice. I hate being woken up by alarms. I feel like it just starts my day so rough because I'm abruptly woken up. Yeah, so I definitely would be like, same pay, don't have to go to work.
I feel you.
And do what I want to do, like would love to do. And if I need to take a break, I can just schedule my life around. I have real work-life balance.
That's true.
Like with the work I love.
About to put these jobs on notice, okay?
I mean, speaking of that, for real though, like we're in this era, what they calling the Great Resignation.
Who call it that? That's in the news.
Yes, it's a thing. It's called we're going to something called the Great Resignation.
I ain't never heard it.
It's like the Great Depression, but resignation, because so many people are quitting their jobs, high paying,
and they still getting unemployment nowadays. So.
Quality jobs that quote unquote, good jobs. Millennials ain't here for it. We're not here like our parents working jobs that we don't love for 30, 40, 50 years, or jobs we get mistreated on
10 years. And that's all I got for y'all.
And it's pretty much like, oh, you can't do right, I'm out. I can find another job that will treat me better, pay me more, or provide me whatever benefits I like. And a lot of people are just working for themselves. Yeah. And these companies got to recognize, like, if y'all want to have some quality employees, y'all gonna have to step up.
Right. So if I'm gonna have to endure a struggle, I'd rather endure it for something that I'm completely passionate about. Right. Feel purposeful in. Yeah. And it's me putting the struggle on myself versus somebody else telling me what I gotta do each and every day. Yeah. That's real. I'm with it. The Great Resignation.
Yeah. YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's some CNBC articles about it too, but a lot of YouTube videos about it. Anyway, that's off topic. So yeah,
I'm gonna have to look that up though. Let me see how I can become a part of the movement.
Yeah, we not here for it. You know what we're here for though? What are we here for? Well, not Brittany.
I ain't here for it.
Brittany's already dead. She's already cuffed up, okay? Well, it's that time of year.
We steady. We just around. I don't know why that's the thing that's in my head. Like you don't remember that song?
I know.
Was that high school, college?
Yeah, college.
And that's what we want to talk about today.
Isn't it Roscoe?
Roscoe Dash? Roscoe?
I think it's just Rocco. Monica's ex.
I don't know them people. So I don't know. But
still, I'm pretty sure.
I just remember that part of the song. And we used to be like in the club, like, hey, just jamming, wink. That's what we want, sis. Okay, so we talking about cuffing season. Okay. Yes. And how to intentionally date. Just intentionally date.
Yeah, because
versus I'm gonna let you start.
Yes, so
because you already know where I'm headed.
It is that time of year where it's time to find your starting five.
It's cold outside,
right?
And you just want a baby.
I thought you were gonna say you just want a baby. I swear, I thought you were gonna say.
Some of y'all do the
You just want a baby.
You know that one person that I dated, and that's all that he wanted was a baby, and I was like, so where's everything else in between?
Ooh.
I'm not naming names. No face, no case, no name, no shame.
I never heard that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, give me your first one. But yeah, so it is.
Some people just want babies.
Some people do just want children, and that's fine, I guess. But yeah, it is cuffing season. It is where people realize it is getting a little cool outside, and they want to be with somebody. They want to share a funnel cake at the fair.
They want somebody to bring home for Thanksgiving and Christmas and break up with on Valentine's Day.
Before Valentine's Day. People, it be getting dark early. So you can't be out in these streets as late as you was during the summer. So you just want to have somebody you can kick it with at home, a little Netflix and chill. You remember the days?
I remember the days.
You're still Netflix and chill. Just with the same person.
But it's the same person all year. So while y'all be like, turned up and stuff during the summer, single life living, which sometimes I can be a little envious of. I'm still Netflixing and chilling. You be
Netflixing and chilling. And that's but yeah, it's that time of year.
It is.
But we're gonna date this year with intention. So one, we're gonna be honest with ourselves about what we really want. Do you really want a long-term relationship right now? Or you just want to have some fun? And that's okay. Don't let anybody shame you if you just want to have some fun and get to know people.
I'm judging.
Don't let anybody shame you, okay? It's okay. If that's what you want, if you're in a season, it really does protect everybody.
Does. And I do agree. I'm over here, like, I'm gonna be real ratchet today, y'all, but
she on one.
But I agree with that, because be honest with yourself before you come over here trying to play games with me.
Yes.
Like, if honest. That's what you're looking for, that's what you're looking for. Because some people are okay with that. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know, because we 30 plus by this time.
But there are still people who want to play. And I just think as adults, because we're adults.
Yeah.
You should be honest with me up front.
Yeah.
So then I can make a decision about what I want to do. Mm-hmm. Because y'all be saying, oh, why does this person get crazy? Or why does this person act this way? And it's like, because you manipulated that person.
Right. You lied.
Have you seen that lie video on Instagram?
No.
I'm gonna show it to you. But anyways, yeah, you have to be honest with people, because it will create the best dating experiences for you. If you're just upfront, like, hey, I just want to have fun. Hey, I'm dating other people. Yep. Hey, this is what I have going on.
Or don't expect me to text you every day, every morning, or at night. We're not going to talk on the phone.
No, we're not talking every day. And don't FaceTime me unannounced.
Right.
Just like showing up at my house unannounced, the door will not get open.
It will not. And then you don't have to ghost nobody. Because that's how you end up. That is how people end up ghosted, because they wasn't truthful in the beginning. They said all the stuff that they think that you want to hear
to get what they want.
And then when the person gets like, oh my gosh, I'm so attached and I'm ready for you get freaked out and you bounce, versus just saying, hey sis, hey bro.
Yeah.
Hopefully not calling sis and bro.
Yeah, that's very friend zone.
Hey, just looking for somebody to kick it with.
Right.
I'm very much so open and fluid in my dating life. And I'm not looking to get married right now. And then it's not a matter of, I got to go back. I got to completely like block you, ghost you. I got to, just disappear, versus being honest and saying, well, at the beginning I said this.
Yeah.
And so now, it's summertime. Not even summer. It's February and spring.
I think I heard birds outside. So
I don't got no money for no Valentine's Day gifts and dates.
Right.
I can't have my friend, my other girls or my other dudes seeing me cuffed up, or you posting about us going to the restaurant. So it's time to cut this off. We're cutting it off.
We're cutting it off.
Just be honest.
But be honest about it. Yeah. And I think that is the for me, the biggest rule of dating is just like be honest up front. So then we both know how to move forward, and it's gonna make for a better relationship and whatever that is. Whether we decide to move forward as friends or just, I see you, hey, whatever. It just makes for like a clean cut when you want it to be done with no hard feelings, nobody, popping up at somebody's house or doing nothing crazy.
Because popping up is real.
Let me tell you.
With friends.
Friends.
I'm the friend that will pop up with the friend.
So me too.
Pregnant.
I've been there.
Don't do
plenty of times being the friend, popping up with the friend, doing things that I don't know if the statute of limitations ran on, so I will not incriminate myself. So yeah, like, but we have to be honest, y'all. Like, real talk. Honesty is the best policy. When you learn that pre-K,
right?
But it's the truth.
Kindergarten. But the thing about dating intentionally, like that is still dating intentionally. Yes. Because I want to be clear, because again, we're all things sisterly, godly, and ratchet. Godly would say intentionality means getting married and like having like a long-term committed relationship. Right. That might not be for you. Maybe you are called to be Paul. We don't know. But as you're exploring, allow yourself the option to be intentional about your exploration versus, again, just like we talked about with self-care in the last episode, haphazardly out here just doing stuff, and making a mockery of, I'm gonna say, Black love. I mean, I know the audience is not completely, just one-dimensional African American, but for me, that's important. Like,
let me tell you,
I feel like people sit back and laugh at some of our relational challenges.
This is why I follow a lot of Black love pages, because I be needing the reminders that Black love is beautiful, that is out there. Because some of the things that we see on social media, some things that we see in real life be real ghetto. Yeah. Real ghetto. And you'd be like, why is it even?
Why does this happen to us? How do we get ourselves in
how do we end up here? And I'm not saying that it does happen in other cultures. I just feel like maybe because obviously who I am, the people I associate with, that is what I see. Yeah. But we definitely have to be intentional. Plus, intentional dating helps you to realize what you want and what you don't want.
Oh, say that one again.
Because if you're intentionally dating, when you see something you don't want, when you see those red flags popping, you know how to dip up out of there. Right. Because you'd be like, you know what? The free meals ain't worth it.
Ain't.
Okay, they're not worth it.
Whatever you get, because free meals, and I promise you, it ain't the expensive stuff. So, like I said, this little McDonald's ain't it.
Okay, taking the McDonald's.
I hope not at 30. But I mean, if y'all 30 plus, we 30 plus. So yeah, I don't know, the whole demographic that we have, but I just feel like minimally, I mean, a nice franchise restaurant, maybe not me. It still ain't worth it. I don't care if it's the 4-star, 5-star. It ain't worth it.
It's not worth it though.
Because you end up with this, I hate to use the word because it's overused, trauma related to relationships, because you allow yourself to get caught up in stuff that is not working. If you know it's not what you want, then why stay in it for the sake of having somebody? Yes. Again, cuffing season, it's cool for the people who know that this is, I'm okay with this. Yeah. I'm okay with these 3-4 months of having somebody in my life. Maybe it goes somewhere, maybe it doesn't, but when it's over, I can bounce back. It's not like oh my God, the world is ending because I thought we was in love. I met your whole family during Christmas and you brought me I know. You got to know where you stand, know what you want, know what you deserve, and choose whether or not you want to actually deal with whatever is being presented to you or not. Because otherwise, again, why are we here? That's how you get to a place that you don't want to be in.
Yes, when you just be like, well, this is all that's presented to me. I guess I gotta take it. No, you don't.
And you don't.
And don't do really that.
Don't. I think also it's a matter of you mentioned red flags earlier. Yeah. A lot of times we see red flags and we ignore them because we have not self-assessed what red flags are for us.
That's good.
We put up with a lot of junk
Yeah.
Because the person is nice. They treat us well.
Yeah.
It could be worse, or they are better than X, Y, or Z. But they have this one thing that we constantly is like pricking at us, and we just keep bypassing it because we don't even realize like this is actually a non-negotiable for me, because we never sat down and really talked about what our non-negotiables are.
Well, you don't even know you're non-negotiable.
Right, because exactly, you
don't even know your own.
You don't know, because you're willing to put up with everything else for the potentiality or potential that someone possesses in a relationship. With way too many P's in that sentence.
Wow.
But you're willing to put up with these potentials. Yeah. And I'm talking because I did this like my whole collegiate career. Everybody I dated was somebody with potential, and it wasn't potential that really could have been cultivated into much of anything else. My mom to this day will talk about the people that I dated and was like, you just dated a bunch of losers.
Oh my God.
That she's really, her and my sister, like everybody was just like broke down and needed some uplifting, and you had to do all this.
But that's what happens when you are a nurturer. Sometimes you attract those type of people. And
absolutely.
Sometimes, I can't speak for you, I'll speak for myself on this. Like sometimes taking on a project almost.
No, that was me.
Helping people. I'm gonna help make you better. You're gonna just be this whatever we're gonna be, but I'm gonna help you. I'm you know, we shooting in the gym, pretty much mentality. We started from the bottom mentality, and that does not have to be your story.
Have to be your story.
It does not have to. Everybody, you don't have to meet everybody when they're figuring out who they are, especially when you hitting the almost 30 plus.
You absolutely
you don't have to, you know, live that life.
And I feel like there's a difference between genuine foundational potential, because I'm still there now. Like I'm shooting in the gym with my husband. He about to finish up medical school. He's been in school the entire 6 years of our marriage. That is vastly different than the people that I dated previously who just, you know, and I'm not saying everybody has to be college educated or a graduate, but like, what do you have going on? For me to sacrifice this much time, energy, and effort to pour into you, and I'm not getting anything back. Nothing, especially if the conversation is not that we just, you know, Netflix and chilling, but we're actually trying to build something. We're talking about marriage. We're talking about kids. Even if you decide to skip the marriage part. I mean, like, we're talking about all these things that incorporate a lifetime of commitment to one another. But you are bringing nothing to the table. Like, and I'm settling for that. Because I want to just have somebody to like lay next to, or go places with, or do stuff with. That companionship is important.
But honestly, that, I don't know the exact number, but I was reading a study about this, and most African American women are the exact same way. Because one, we are the most educated group, period. More Black women graduate from college than any other group. White men, white women, all that. Black women are graduating at very high rates at this point. Some of us are very successful in our careers, our entrepreneurs, we're very successful, and a lot of them are lacking in the love department, so much so that I don't want to be successful and single, so I'm just going to, like, will we settle for this person, or we live a life and then we look up at 50 and this person then left us, or we decide this not working no more, like we just can't take their mess anymore, and we just end up back to where we were. And that is because we were not intentional in the beginning. I'd rather be, Lord, I'm saying this, but I really pray this is not your desire for my life.
Lord, let it not be your will.
Don't let it be your will. I'm gonna throw that out there. I would honestly rather be single till I'm 50, 55 than to settle for someone who's going to drain the life out of me. I just feel you on that. I can't. I've been there. And I've been there where you're saying you date good people. Like on paper, I was previously engaged. My ex was like, on paper, you'd be like, girl, what is wrong with you?
Power couple status.
Nah, about that. But
I mean, perception wise.
Yeah, like we like on paper, like, girl, what is your problem? But is there something there? And that you have to realize, like, even though everybody else around you may want this for you, you're the only person who has to live with your decisions for the rest of your life. How are you going to feel when you go to bed? How are you going to feel when you wake up? It was was the trigger that really ended our relationship, amongst other things, was I was in we were in premarital counseling, and it was a session where I was by myself. And the therapist asked me, imagine your life when you're like 50. I was like in my mid-20s at this point, so that seems far away. Do you see yourself happy or content? And I was like, oh, I mean, content. Yeah. Like, I mean, I guess I would be content with life. I have a family, kids, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, do you want to live the rest of your life content? Is that like your desire, just to be content? It's almost content. It's almost like settling. Yeah. Like, it's like surviving. Yeah. It's just thriving. Right. It's like, it's like, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I can leave it or take it type mentality. And like, is that how you want to live your life? All of us are not going to have this whirlwind romance. It's just not everyday life, some Disney fairy tale. Right. You know, Disney sold us a dream that is not reality. But you have to make a choice when you're deciding to date somebody, whether it be dating them for now just to see, so you can figure out what you like and what you don't like with dating, or if you're dating with very intentionally with marriage in mind, like I'm only dating somebody who we're going to lead to marriage with. Right. Like, you have to decide what you want, despite what other people are saying to you. And if this person is the person you want to be with the rest of your life. Because I mean, you got to wake up to them, not me.
Yeah. And I feel like what you're saying, it has to be a mutual agreement. Because I can go into a relationship, situationship, and like, I am doing this for this intention. Yeah. Okay, but what's the other person's intention?
Yeah, because they're just here for a fun time.
Right. And you end up giving it to them, and then they bounce.
But y'all, that's why you have to have the conversation. It has to be. Because this is my personal belief, is that if I decide to go with the flow, which is like, oh, I'm just seeing where this is going. That's our favorite phrase. You know, that's what, I don't want to put any pressure on them. No, I just, just see where this goes. And then here we are 5 months down the line, and you looking crazy because you are expecting more at this point. And he was just like, I was just kicking it. You know, you can truly, in my belief, you can only blame yourself for not having an intentional conversation in the beginning. We're all adults. As uncomfortable as it is, it has to be done. And I'm not saying the first time y'all meet each other, look, I'm trying to get married in 3 months. Like, don't do that. No. But you have to be honest about what do you want? What are you dating?
It's that what are you looking for question. So like typically within the first 3 dates, that's like a question that comes up after, like, what do you like to do? What do you do for a living? Color, all that basic especially stuff. At this age, it's like, so what are you looking for? Like, what type of relationship do you want?
Honestly, at 30.
And be honest, because as soon as it comes out of your mouth of, oh, I'm not really looking for anything, just, kind of, no, you know what you want. I would like to be in a purposeful relationship that leads to marriage. Yeah. It doesn't, but you can also, explain that it doesn't necessarily mean that you believe every date that you go on is going to lead to that, but that is your intent and your purpose. That way you can turn around and say, hey, so what's your intention? Like, what is it that you are wanting out of, these little meetings? If you swiping right or up or down, I don't know how it goes, but when you swiping on people, like, what is it that you're actually doing this for? So that they have the opportunity, like, and please be honest, because, I'm open to your honesty, and we're going to finish this date. And if I like what you said and felt the vibe, then we can continue to go on. But just know that if you're continuing to go on after they done said, I'm just looking to, hang out, chill, I'm building a squad, a team, people that, all this, because that's real. Yeah. And if they're being honest, hopefully, but I mean, sometimes that's not what you're going to get. You might find somebody who's just saying, like, I'm just kind of like trying to, most people are not going to tell you that they're trying to play the field, but you have to be able to be discerning. You got to be.
And you can tell.
You can absolutely tell. Especially after you say what you're looking for, they might, back off a little bit. They might not text as much. But like, those are the things you have to pay attention to, because if you switch up on me and I don't know why, I'm going to ask you why. Yeah. And if you can't tell me why and it doesn't sound like a solid answer, okay, I'm good on you. Yeah, because now there's no consistency. And one of the biggest things when it comes to long-term relationships, other than communication and like effective conflict resolution, you got to be consistent. because that's how you build a family life. You can't be out here haphazardly doing things when you know other people are involved. Right. But I absolutely just feel like you got to be on the same page.
You have to be.
There needs to be a conversation.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, at my 20-year-old self, there are certain conversations I would not have had with people just because, you know, you didn't want to push somebody away. You didn't want to come on too strong. I had to learn through dating that you have to have those conversations so nobody's feelings get hurt. Facts. People, one, are crazy. And when they are hurt, people are even crazier. Say it again. So, you know, I watch enough true crime. The windows at your car. Okay, Dad.
I'm sorry.
I watch enough true crime to know a lot of crime happens from passion.
For my man.
Let me tell you, they have whole Snap. They have plenty of shows that are totally based around.
These are real stories.
Right. Around people who have gone crazy because of dating relationship. What's the Fatal Attraction that used to come on Lifetime?
Watching that stuff. I was like, I'm married. I need to preserve my sanity.
People literally go crazy. And so you have to be honest. I just think that when you're not honest, you're not only robbing the other person, but you're robbing yourself. Yeah. Of experience that can help you grow. Because whether y'all get married or not, there's things that happen that make you a better person. And I think that's about being intentional when you're dating too.
Again, because it doesn't have to be a marriage, it doesn't have to be a ring, but absolutely, you're right.
Yeah, you have to be careful. So what else do you think is important when you're intentionally dating? From Miss Jackson.
That communication piece, being on the same page, absolutely. Understanding. So one thing I wish I would have known in my 20s was understanding the risk of settling, because it's still like, even once you know that, okay, this person doesn't want exactly what I want, or maybe they played you a little bit. They talked themselves up. Or maybe you thought you were cool with just, you know, cuffing season, cuddling. So you get yourself into the mix. There are so many risks associated with whatever choice you make. Because when you are actually ready, if you ever become ready to settle down, that stuff carries over into the long-term committed relationship. I cannot tell you 6 years, maybe 3, possibly 4 years were spent undoing a lot of trauma, again, that word, from previous relationships where I allowed guys to get away with stuff that I knew I did not want, that were red flags for me, that were things that I should have walked away from, but I didn't because I simply just wanted companionship. So all of that hurt, all of that distrust and you know, broken promises, all that stuff got carried in to a relationship. Now that doesn't mean that you can't do the work before you get into, but most of us don't. We don't, because again, if your mindset is, I just want to be with somebody, I just want, you know, to cuddle, I just want, you know, body heat, I just want sex, whatever the thing is, then by the time you actually realize that, when you're ready, when you feel like you met the person who's supposed to be your person for life, you jump on that because you've had so much crap. So you forget to do the work to undo the results or whatever the things that kind of build up in you from those previous relationships. Because like, oh, I finally found the one whom my soul loves.
Like, okay, this is gonna be perfect. We're gonna ride up into the sunset type thing.
And it doesn't matter how perfect the person is for you, if you are not perfected in yourself and you've done what you need to do to become, and I'm not saying you got to be a whole person. I don't really believe in that idea of like 2 whole people coming together. I absolutely believe that companionship and marriage is meant to grow and develop you even more into
we're always evolving,
so I'm not saying you have to be like whole and completely healed and all that stuff.
That's another topic.
But I do believe that there is some foundational work that has to happen in order for you not to bring unnecessary drama into a God ordained or a truly genuine like relationship, partnership, whatever it is that you might be journeying into. So knowing those risks, but like, oh, this is probably going to cause some trouble later on when I'm trying to get away from Billy and get with Brian. I don't know. Yeah, that definitely that part.
That's good, because you really don't. So many times when we leave a relationship, we get out of a relationship, we listen to a few R&B sad songs for a couple weeks. Our friends drag us out the house.
Y'all getting a soundtrack. We need a soundtrack for this episode.
Let me tell you. We're gonna have a playlist down below. That we just be like, all right, bounce back, when we haven't really addressed the what we might be bringing forward, the baggage that we're bringing forward. And it's not always, like you stated, you're going to go into, your marriage with no baggage, but you're probably going to go into it with hopefully someone who's helping you to unpack, who's willing to help you unpack what you are bringing in. But you got to start unpacking yourself.
Absolutely.
You can't expect or require someone to unpack your trauma when you don't even want to.
Sorry, Chris. Because
you have,
baby.
And because it's easy to avoid it, because you're like, now somebody wants me, so I'm just going to ignore that, because this is going to be different. I'm not going to do those things. I'm not going to bring them in. When you have to really be like,
all it takes is one trigger.
But that's life.
That is. That makes me think about we was watching Married at First Sight, and homegirl tripped out because dude left without telling her.
I didn't watch that episode.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. See, we got off track on our Wednesday wind down.
Let me tell you, their life has been. I have not caught up on Married at First Sight.
I feel like you told me you watched the episode, but the girl, she left.
The last episode I watched is when she got attitude and left because he had COVID. And I was just like, we need like a month behind. And I'm just like, sis, you're doing the most.
So I'm gonna explain it, because since I didn't put it out there, but she woke up. He had left 2 hours early or something like that to take the dog to daycare or something. And he probably went out and did some errands. He never texted her. He was like, well, she says she doesn't like to be disturbed while she's sleeping. He comes home, sis has packed her bags and left the house, the apartment. She moved out. Like, I'm so serious.
That's very extreme.
And extremely extreme. And hers had very little to do with like previous relationship trauma, but it was because she lost her dad and she had this fear of abandonment, which I have absolutely been through.
Yeah.
But I was like, when it was addressed like he had to understand her rationale. And I'm like, no, sis, you need to go get a therapist.
You need to do some work. You need to do some work.
Because you're about to lose a good man because he left to go take the dog somewhere and run a couple of errands for like 2 hours.
But you didn't even like text him like, hey.
She just, nope.
You okay?
I mean, I can't remember if she texted him and he maybe not have responded. I can't remember any of that.
But that's
at the end of the day,
I mean, even if he didn't respond, that's not like a Real Housewives when Drew's husband went to Tampa
for 3 days
for multiple days.
Like, what's that? Okay,
like multiple days. This man was missing, and
not missing. No, he was hiding out. He said, I need a break.
He was missing. Okay. I would have reported him as a missing person at that point.
I really would have.
You would have been a missing person.
Out of character, but it couldn't have been out of character for him because she was like, oh, he's gone for 3 days. He's not answering his phone. And we come back, we just gonna address it. No, he's done this before, ma'am.
And you still be that he a missing person. I'm sorry.
You about to go missing. But no, like it takes literally one thing to trigger this thing that you said, oh, I'm gonna just ignore it.
Or it's not that big of a deal.
It's not a big deal because this is a good man. This is somebody who I know I can trust. Yeah, but as soon as he don't text that he about to go run an additional errand, you flipping tables because you concerned that he might be out doing something that Johnny did when y'all was together. I'm just gonna throw out all these names. I don't know these people, but just I don't know.
But that's because we have idolized what a good man is. So this is to my women. If it's men, listen. This particular section of the focus,
listen to it.
It is for share this with the women in your life. It's for women. We have idolized good men and made them seem like they can do no wrong. And that not only comes from when we were dating them, but that also comes from mothers and grandmothers.
Yes.
That comes from siblings, that comes from friends.
No
acting like this person can do no wrong. They're human.
Yes.
They can do wrong too. So you can't say, well, he's a good man, he wouldn't trigger me that way. Ooh. Because he is a human.
Yeah, makes mistakes.
He probably is. Like, there's 100% chance that he is, because we're human. If a person doesn't know your triggers, they don't know if they do something, it's going to trigger you. Two, again, we're human. We're going to make mistakes. Yeah. People are going to do things that you felt like they may have. Well, I can't believe he's getting upset with me, or I can't believe he decided to leave. I can't believe we're having an argument about this. Like, he's human. That's what's going to happen. You're going to grow and evolve together. But we have to take good men off of pedestals and realize they're human. They're human. Yeah. And we have to do it, because it's going to save us so much heartache.
That was literally a conversation between me and Chris. He was like, I feel like we have me on this pedestal and it's making it really difficult to just be who I am, because I feel like I can't make a mistake. And if I do, then you like blow it up, magnify it to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, you were Lord of all and you should not have done this. But it's a fact.
It is. And the Bible tells us not to idolize. You know what I mean? Like, so even if we be like, they're not an idol, this is not an idol, you have to really examine your heart. Do you have this person in your mind, like they would never do this, they would never do that? Like, do you really think they're perfect in your mind? No matter how good they are, because you've constructed something in your mind of what a good man is. And because he fits most of the characteristics, that means he can only do good. Yeah. You know, good people still do bad things sometimes. And mistakes. Yeah, mistakes happen.
They happen.
Everybody makes mistakes. I have to tell that to my second grader. Like, it's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody asks for help. And I think that we would save ourselves a lot of heartache. Yeah. If we realize that even the good guys out there make mistakes and it's okay.
Yeah. I think it's all about the recovery from them. I think it's about what is their posture or position after the mistake is made? How do you communicate to somebody that they've made a choice or decision that has negatively impacted you? All of those things play a role in how it's handled, because like you said, I didn't know that this was a trigger of yours. You never told me. I'm just being who I am, or I just made a simple mistake and now we are in this tumultuous argument, right? But there was no communication about this, and sometimes it's because you don't even know that it was a trigger. You have not addressed it,
and then you about to be like her, packing your bags, moving out, and the man
he was gone for 2 hours.
Like it's not that serious, sis. And that's another thing. Yeah, have fun. Yeah, have fun.
Enjoy.
Like, one, we're supposed to enjoy life. Yeah, like nobody created life to be boring and routine and how a lot of us live life. We should be having fun with life. Life is not meant to be boring or fully restrictive in a way where you feel like you can't do anything. But people hear intentional dating and they almost hear we have to be
talking about marriage.
Y'all don't get mad at me. But you can't, especially when you're in the church. Okay, we met in a small group, or we met in the lobby at church, right? Okay, you have 2 weeks to ask me to be your girlfriend. In 3 months, you need to be looking at rings. By 6 months, we need to be engaged, and then we can get married in 3 to 6 months after that. That's the timeline. You cannot break it. Like, whoa, pump your brakes.
It cannot be adjusted.
Yeah, like there's no adjustment.
You must meet every deadline.
I'm
gonna lie, I might have been a little low key.
But it's just like
God's grace is amazing.
Almost like you suck the fun out of dating. Yes, that's real. You suck the fun out of me getting to know you. You suck the fun
because everything has to be
so meticulous, like calculated,
think everything out, and
we just can't have fun.
How do I assess if I'm ready for this stuff? Like, how do I know if I'm, if you are even the person we just met 2 weeks ago?
It's almost like fast tracking.
I'm still learning your favorite
that
color.
You end up somewhere. This is another thing we're being is haphazardly is because this happened to me. Like when I got engaged. Even though I dated this person in the past, it had been 6 years since we had dated. Me and him dated when through his whole college career and up into my end of my second year of college. So when we broke up, I was 19, he was 21. Okay. We got back together at 25, 27. We
new people,
whole new people. Yeah. Both of us had been through a lot. I mean, at this point, I didn't have a child with somebody. He was only in one relationship during that time frame, but he lived with the person. The person thought they were going to get married because they had moved across the country together. But it didn't work out. So when we got back together, which was actually Memorial Day weekend, Memorial Day weekend, we reconnected. We met up, seen each other for the first time in 6 years. Okay. There was like, oh, wow, I haven't seen you, nostalgia, talking. Okay, maybe we can date now. Maybe this can be something. Can be. We don't know. I can't use that date that I became his girlfriend because I actually didn't know I was his girlfriend until his coworker told me. And I didn't know. But we got engaged the weekend after Labor Day. So literally the beginning of summer to the end of summer. Memorial Day is the beginning of summer holiday. Labor Day is the end of summer holiday. We were engaged.
No, that was not faster than I achieved my engagement.
That was fast.
I'm just kidding.
But that was the problem. It ended for a reason. It ended because like when we got engaged and we started doing wedding stuff and we were still living on two different coasts, it gave me a lot of time to think. Yeah. And I realized like, oh crap, do I really want to be with you? Yeah. Like this moved kind of fast that it was a whirlwind. And whirlwind romances don't always last because once the hype and the euphoria wears off, you're hit with reality and you're like, hold up, pump the brakes. Is this where I really want to be? Yeah. And that's why it's very careful. Like, I'm not saying that those quick relationships don't last forever because they can, but be very cautious and make sure you're not one putting pressure on somebody who's just giving in to your pressure. Because I don't know, that doesn't, for me, that's not the type of person I want all the time. I need somebody to go tell me no, to be honest. Two, you don't want to make a lot of decisions off the fact that you're on a high. Yeah. I mean, you're on a high, everything feels good, you know, and it's like, where are you going to be down the road? You want to be making calculated decisions. That's why I say have fun. Don't be so like a timeline pressure on somebody. That's facts. Because you don't want that person just to give into your timeline to appease you because they really like you. And then you realize, you know, 3 years into the marriage, 1 year into the marriage, you like, dang, who did I marry?
I agree. Like that, I feel like it's super important to really understand what you want. Yeah. Or what are you getting yourself into? Like, everything is a choice, right? Yeah. So again, we're not preaching cuffing season is wrong. Just make sure it's what you are actually looking for. Yeah. To ensure that you're getting what you deserve in the long run, versus having to deal with like unnecessary issues, drama, trauma, all of those things. Right. I also feel like the communication is key because even in your situation, had things been communicated a little bit more, without the adrenaline of like, oh my gosh, we're reconnecting, we, you know, like maybe we're both coming out of other things that were not so great, and now this is so much better that it has to be it. Like if you're able to see it without those rose-colored glasses on, then you can have those conversations and really be like, okay, you know, here's what we're actually doing. And yes, we're gonna have a few months of fun, and that if that's what you want to do, cool, do that. Again, understanding whatever the consequences, whatever the risks are that come with that. But if you genuinely are not out here trying to just lay next to somebody because it's cold, right, and because it's dark, right, and because you just want somebody to be with, if that's what you know is not, like, that's not for you, don't do it. Don't let October and these little leaves changing colors.
And social
media and the anticipation of the holiday season, which is that's real, right? Like to feel levels of loneliness and you know, regrets of previous relationships and things like that during the holidays. But don't let that be what makes you get caught up with somebody who you really don't want to be caught up with or shouldn't be caught up with. Give yourself the opportunity to grow in this season. Give yourself the opportunity to like find yourself in this season, so that when whoever you are supposed to be with comes around, you can really attach intentionality to that relationship.
Right. I think that's important.
Yeah.
Is that what you said is this isn't your season to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, own that and just grow as much as you can in whatever areas you want to grow in. So you just always be the best person whenever you do meet somebody, because we all deserve the best in other people, and we should always want to put our best forward. Yeah. You know, especially when it comes to dating.
Yeah. If you find yourself challenged with falling into the entanglement of cuffing season. Entanglement of cuffing season. Yeah. Find a tribe of people who either can support you in whatever you need. So it doesn't necessarily mean like, okay, my friend is single, I'm married. It doesn't mean I can't be there for her. It doesn't mean that I can't be someone who comes in and like supports her through any moment where she feels a little like, okay, this ain't it, God, you know. You can do that. The people you have around you, assess, see how they can support you in what you need. Or if the people are not around you, find a tribe of people. Right. Join, you know, maybe a singles ministry or where they're doing something to actually flourish as singles. Right. Don't get on these Facebook groups and Google forums. I don't know where you might meet people. Right. But don't get on stuff where it's like all they're doing is depressedly talking about being single. Yeah, that's not good for you. It's not. And it causes you to go out and do stuff that could be reckless. So just really find a tribe who can support you. Take some time to figure out what you want, deserve, need, all and things. Understand your non-negotiables. Understand them. Your red flags. So that you can actually thrive in this season without feeling like I'm not going to get through this without having somebody beside, on top, or underneath, or whatever. All the things. So that's my take. I'm doing. Yeah, because and to just wrap it up in a nice little bow. Always be honest with yourself and others. Yes. And that includes your tribe. Be honest, because people cannot be there for you if you are not honest about how you feel. The people are not mind readers. Unfortunately, that's not a real superpower. So you're gonna have to tell people how you really feel. If you're having bad days, it's okay. We all have them. I'm here to tell you I have them. I'm not gonna say it. I have them. I'm gonna say that. You know, those days that, you know, you be like, I want somebody. There's other days you be like, this isn't half bad, not sharing my bed. So, you know, be honest. Which is the truth. Be honest and, you know, just enjoy this season, whatever that season is for you, and continue to thrive. Yes. Thrive, sis. Thrive. Yes. So thank you for listening to another episode of the Sisterhood Debrief, where we discuss all things sisterly, godly, and ratchet. Until next time, we love you. Bye. Bye.